Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France Deck G456 game with Quirin, Lumen, and Polkadot. Taking a look at this first pile, I see Mason, and I'm going to have to see something pretty good to take me away from Mason, but looks good. Resource Gatherer doesn't really go with Mason that well because Mason usually you want to build your 4 rooms and then get to stone. So that obviously takes time. Card like Borrower coming back would be fine. I mean, there's Spring Worker, which is pretty good. Permaculturist and Universal Educator. No, actually, it's Planted Fields, so it doesn't work. Yeah. Well, actually, maybe it is Planted Fields. I never remember. The text on these cards are it's too hard. Next up, I see Prudent Merchant, which to get stone for my Mason seems nice. Card like Resource Seller is pretty good if you want to build like a clay room, for example. Livestock Keeper is not bad. I think I could take Resource Seller. Yeah. Unless I get a room discounter, then I really want stuff that helps me get resources faster. This pick, I see Gardener's Wife, I see Mushroom Collector. It's probably between those two. Both of them want to come out fairly early. Mushroom Collector is okay for feeding, but it's not great. Gardener's Wife is fine. It's not too exciting. Just opening up the Twitch app on my phone so I can follow chat. Yeah, what should I do here? Probably Gardener's Wife is a bit better than Mushroom Collector. Yeah, I guess so. Um, um, well, this is definitely Delivery Man. And actually, this is pretty excellent. Getting clay. The thing that Resource Seller has difficulty with is sometimes getting that second and third clay out of the way. Card like Delivery Man does that for me, which is really excellent. There's nothing else here that's really significant that I would take over it. Jeweler is too expensive. 2 stone per harvest is quite significant. You can't just passively get that from Reedstone Food or Stroller or whatever. You have to kind of actively be going for it. So. So I hope you guys are doing well today. I'm not sure if Lumen is streaming this or not, but you should give him a follow, twitch.tv/lumen_s. Okay, so Borrower can enable some strategies. Spring Worker can also be quite good as well, but I think Borrower is probably the pick. Getting all that food in the early game can be quite useful. Um, Baker's actually pretty good, and if I get any way of accumulating, um, if I get any way of accumulating grain from my minor improvements, I think Baker could actually be really great for me because I build the clay oven and the stone oven pretty easily with Resource Cellar. Um, but Hide Farmer also, like the other thing is if I get a plow, something that helps me plow out of my miners, Hide Farmer gets worse. But if I don't get something that plows, then Hide Farmer is pretty good here. I think probably the use case for a Hide Farmer is a bit wider. I could think about a card like Stage Star, but Stage Star won't trigger my Resource Cellar because usually you want to play it like pretty late. And then these picks, oh, excuse me. Yeah, these picks are not really very good. Longbowman is really, really weak. Um, Storehouse Clerk is maybe playable because I do like to get a lot of resources. Okay. Um, there's Bronze Oven. So there's a way to bake, but I need actually the source of grain is the key thing. I think here I could take Evening Prayer, but I think what I'm going to take instead is Storybooks. Between Storybooks and Gardener's Wife, if I build a cooking hearth, that's going to be a ton of food every time my family grows. So yeah, I think I take Storybooks here. I could maybe consider something like Evening Prayer, but nah. Resource Seller wants to come out pretty early. Although Delivery Man and Resource Seller coming out together would be fine. You know what? I think Storybooks just does a little bit more of what I want to do this game. Oh, excellent. Excellent. All right. House, I'm pretty sure is the pick here. But Park Cemetery is good to keep in mind. A card like Market is good to keep in mind. I think Market is actually pretty good. Although in this game, I want to put my building resources into rooms, so I won't take it here. But I think it's a pretty reasonable card. Definitely, though, going to take House. Just my ability to ignore feeding and ignore having to set up a feeding engine in like the first couple moves. That's going to be pretty valuable. Well, there's Green Cart. And Green Cart is definitely a way of getting a bunch of crops. However, I did not take Baker. Now, if I take Swing Plow, it makes Hide Farmer pretty obsolete. But Swing Plow is a pretty good card. I think it's fine taking it here. The only other thing I could consider... Yeah, no, I'm not going to take Fleece Factory. I don't want to spend that much stone on this card. I want to spend my stone getting up to a stone house. Yeah, Grain Card is great. Grain Card is really great. But Swing Plow... I think with Gardener's Wife storybooks, I'm really, like Borrower House, I'm really pushing towards a cooking hearth game. So I think the Swing Plow is the way to go. I think the Swing Plow will be better than the Grain Cart. Um, Cured meat. Whenever you convert boar to food. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just have to make sure you have access to enough boar throughout the game. Storybooks helps with that somewhat, although I'd rather get cattle, because cattle is more food. Corn Scoop. Corn Scoop's good. Whistle. Whistle is good. ton of ovens, ton of grain support in this game. A lot of grain support. I'm really afraid of anyone with Morning Trader, Field Watchman, past a lot of those cards. Um, so for me, it's Cured Meat or it's Whistle. Those are probably two of the better picks. I could maybe do Corn Scoop. I think Whistle makes a lot of sense here. Actually, does it? Hmm. Yeah, I think Whistle makes sense. Getting myself gets me a couple sheet. Cured Meat is interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to have access to enough boar. Doe Academy says Cured Meat. Yeah, maybe I should have taken Cured Meat. I think I take Bartering Shack here. And the reason I take Bartering Shack is because I think Bronze Oven Hide Mill is pretty good. The fact that they've come all the way around tells me there's no one who really has any strong um, grain games. The Bartering Shack can trigger I can get the resources for Resource Seller, like I can get stone and clay out of it, and then get an extra stone clay off of Resource Seller, for example. Also, if I don't build a fireplace or cooking hearth for a while, it can turn the sheep from Whistle into those two resources. So, yeah, I think we could do that. Um, Sleight of Hand should work with Resource Seller, I think. The Academy says Cured Meat will be an easy 4 points and it needs ceiling. I don't agree that I need point ceiling with Mason. 5-room stone house is like one of the best ways you can increase your point ceiling. Um, I could take lumber here. I could take Park Cemetery. Park Cemetery triggers my resource seller. I really don't need plowing though with swing plow. So for me, it's like it's sleight of hand or lumber. And we'll take sleight of hand because it can get me stone at a time of the game where, like, if I play sleight of hand with my fourth family growth, maybe I exchange the resources that I need to get to these are all really weak. Exchange the resources that I need to get to my stone house faster. Yeah, cured meat is good. It's a great card. I'm just not sure how much boar I'm going to get throughout the game. And I think for me, this game feeding is going to be more important than anything because I have access to plenty of building resources with Delivery Man and Resource Seller. I have access to plenty of point ceiling with Mason and Gardener's Wife and Swing Plow. Those are all high point ceiling cards. So if I can, just so long as I can set up like great feeding, which Almshouse and Borrower buys me plenty of time to do, then I should be in good shape, I think. Play Resource Seller here. And then if 2 wood comes back, great. Probably not going to, but you never know. Polka Dot might plow if Polka Dot took Evening Prayer. And if Polka Dot plows, then there's a chance. The Academy says, against Polka Dot and Lumen, probably needs 60 plus to win here. That depends on the game, honestly. It depends on the game. Like, I agree there are strong players, but You still need to actually, like, it still needs to be the kind of game where players can score a lot of points. Can't play a miner here, so I don't really want to start player. Is this a one read game? This might be a game where I take one where I should take one read. Yeah, with Alms House, I think it is. Don't love this, but with like I think with Alms House, day labor is a lot less valuable. I think getting that first room is going to be pretty important for me to do. Yeah, and I want, over the course of the game, I want 8 read, right? 4 for 2 rooms, 2 for my miners, 2 for 2 renos. So 8 read is pretty significant. The resource seller can get me 1. Maybe bartering check gets me 1. Then I need to take 5 otherwise, which is a fair amount. Kuiran did start player Park Cemetery. And then Lumen plays Engineering Apprentice. Nice combo. So certainly Lumen's going to plan on playing all 7 of his occupations, plowing 4 fields over the course of them. Nice combo for him. I'll occupation play my delivery man here. And then 2 wood if it comes back to me. Doe Academy says take 1 wood there over 1 reed. 2 wood is fine, and then he can take clay sooner. Yeah, but the clay I get off of the resource seller and the delivery man really well, so I don't love doing bad clay grabs here. I think I want to do good resource grabs as much as I can. Polka Dot plays, start player Axe. Alright, good card to be aware of. So someone else is going to build a bunch of rooms. I will take 2 wood here. So, a bit of an interesting question here. It sort of depends on whether I get on Reedstone Food or not, but I kind of have, like, I want to play Gardener's Wife before my next family growth. I probably also want to play Borrower, and both of those things, obviously there's a cost associated with them. Oh man, I want Reedstone Food pretty badly next round. Should I start player? If I'm going to start player, I should play... I could start player Whistle, maybe. Yeah, taking clay here doesn't seem that good. Yeah, maybe just Occupation Borrower is fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll put my 2L on there. Now I can afford to play my resource seller. Am I going to build 2 wood rooms? I'm probably thinking 1 wood, 1 clay. Yeah, certainly with all the clay I get out of Resource Cellar, that seems to make sense. Could I start player storybooks? I could do that. The only reason I don't love doing start player storybooks here is just because of how much read I'm going to need. Like, I'd like to hold on to the storybooks till later. I think what I'd actually do is I'd actually rather play Alms House, because Alms House has an effect if I play it this early. And Kuyaran with the 2 fields there is clearly showing that he's got Evening Prayer. So I don't want to go last, because if I go last, it's going to take me forever to get to those resources. So, whoops, not storybooks, wrong card. I'm going to play Alms House here. And that way, Kuyaran can't make me go last. So I could pick up the first fireplace here, but Lumen does have stables, so and sheep didn't come till round 3, so it's a bit weaker. So yeah, I like Reedstone Food here. And now my second action can be a wood grab, and then I'm well set up to build a room in round 5. And I've got start player in hand now, so I can beg up to 6 times for my Alms House, so I'll beg 4 this harvest. No reason not to. Polka Dot goes for the fireplace. Lumen took food. So yeah, Lumen probably builds a room with his second action. We'll happily take 3 wood. And if Lumen does not build a room, then very likely I build the first room in round 5. And if round 5 is family growth, I get to build a room as well. Hilariously, I could have built the fireplace, yeah. But you know what? It didn't even get to him because Polka Dot had it, so. Oh. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Oh, say thank you, Lumen. It's very irritating. So he plays Evening Prayer, which plays Conservator and Resource Gatherer. Now we knew he had it. The thing that really sucks about him doing that here is now Lumen does not have to build a room. Well, actually, if Polka Dot takes wood, he does. Oh, I completely forgot about Axe. Man, I totally forgot Polka Dot had Axe. Polka Dot can build a room here. I completely forgot about that. Whoops. So Polka Dot has first room and first fireplace, access to the first sheep grab. Very strong position to be in. So I'll pick 4. It's Reno. So Kuyaran is extremely happy to see that because he can immediately Reno to a stone house and start taking advantage of his resource gatherer. So he's quite happy about that. If it comes to me, 2 reed is probably the pick, although 5 clay is interesting. Lumen says, not sure what you have. Q your end by GG. Yeah, if he has like Officer or something, that would be really scary. Or a Lighthouse. If it's Plow Driver, I think we're okay. I won't say that because I was passing cards to him. So I want to play Gardener's Wife this round, I think. I also want to keep taking wood. Keep taking wood so that I can play my whistle. Am I interested in 5 clay? 5 clay, I don't know, maybe. If I want to build a clay room, that seems good, but if I just let my delivery man keep paying out with my resource seller, that gets me 6 clay. So 6 clay is enough for a 3 clay reno, and then I would not need much more clay to do much more. Um, like I would only need a two clay at most. So yeah. Anyways, Kuyaran took 5 clay, so it's a moot point. I want wood. I want reed. I want occupation. I want all of those things. Polka Dot takes the sheep grab. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So I think I take the 2 reed with my first move. I don't really want to pass the 2 reed to Polka Dot. Not that I think that's likely, but oh, Kuyaran's got green cart. Okay, interesting. I expected like a cooking hearth or whatever, but I guess he took the clay to build clay oven with. Taking stone here. Okay. Well, we'll see what Kuyaran has. Resource Gatherer is like probably the well. How does it compare to like Silo Girl? Silo Girl is really good though. So much food. Polka Dot plays market. Well, that makes me a little happy. At least now he doesn't have wood to immediately build another room. So I have a little less pressure on my actions. Do I want to leave 6 wood? Probably not. I can just take wood myself. Take 3 wood and then 4 wood next round. Yeah. Yeah, I think taking 3 wood makes sense. Gardener's Wife for wood second action. Yeah, I think the wood. I don't really want to pass Lumen a 6 wood action. And family growth comes round 7. So this is like best case scenario for Kuiran by like quite a large margin. Takes wood instead of stone. Polka Dot plays. Start player Apple Garden. Yeah, so I'm not getting a family growth action until round 9, so less pressure on my Gardener's Wife. Also makes it way more likely that I could double build here. Double build, build a stable. Yeah. Lumen plays Occupation Mushroom Collector. Alright. Well, I could read Stone Food here. I think Reedstone Food is probably coming back to me though. So I think I take 4 wood with this move. I can consider Cooking Hearth here, yeah. I think though I'd rather get the read and then double build 2 wood rooms and then play storybooks. I think that's sort of what I'm looking at here. Because I need a read action in order to be able to play storybooks. Here's Mushroom Collector. Occupation is gone. There is 6 clay available. 6 clay is nice. 6 clay is nice, for sure. I gotta think about this a little bit. Okay, Lumen is not going to be forced to start player next round. Does Kuyaran have Lighthouse? If Kuyaran has Lighthouse, I could be in a little trouble here if I play too greedy. I could build Cooking Hearth here, although I don't think I take Cooking Hearth ahead of 6 clay or... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take 6 clay here. I was thinking about building 2 wood rooms, but you know what? Building a clay room, it'll help me fence like so much faster. Yeah, Lumen's right here. Joe Academy says, I like 2 rooms here. It forces Lumen into giving you 8 clay. Ooh. That's interesting, but the problem with that is... what do I need 8 clay for if I build 2 wood rooms? I don't really need a 6th room. The clay could go into like pottery and a cooking hearth, but the odds that I get all of them are not good, I don't think. So Polka Dot has to family growth here. He plays stable, sure, stable miner. I really want to take Reedstone Food or Stone this round. Let's see what Lumen does. If Lumen takes wood, I'm obligated to build a room. No, Lumen is playing start player. Okay, excellent. Good, good, good. Does not want to have to deal with having to stable block me. So I have a couple options here. I think I read Stone Food with my first move. And then probably build a room with my second move. You know what? No, I really wanted to delay building rooms until round 8, because if I do, then I don't have to start player. I could grab 4 wood here. 4 wood is a good action. Build rooms in cooking hearth. I could do that. I really want to read Stone Food though, because read Stone Food will get me my stone for resource gatherer or resource seller, and then the clay I pick off with my last wood delivery men, which seems pretty important because if I don't do it now, then I'm probably not going to take clay for the rest of the game, or I won't really need clay. So I'd rather read Stone Food if I can. And then I'll be forced to first action build a room in round 8, but that's no different from me being forced to first action Stone Food plus Stone. So 2 food, and then beg 2 for the rest of my almshouse. So the only thing we're really in trouble of is if Kuyaran has Lighthouse. That's the only thing that really just destroys us here. Interesting that Polka Dot still has not played an occupation. Wonder if he's got Wealthy Man or something like that. Kuyaran's developing his farm nicely. His feeding is certainly super well established, which is really nice. Whoops. Grab my clay. Then we'll build our 2 rooms in a stable here. I could think about building 2 stables, because I might storybooks twice before I have a way to hold stuff. But if I storybooks twice, then I just won't play Whistle. So that seems fine. Lumen messages me, I hear Remodeler loves round 7 family growth. Is he saying that he has Remodeler, or he's guessing that I do? I do not have Remodeler. Heavy Cart. Whenever you take building resources from a space, you get an additional resource. Nice. Nice. What do I do here? Here's where I play my gardener's wife, right? Gotta be. I could maybe Cooking Hearth here. Yeah, I could have ran out and played Cooking Hearth. But I think I want to play Gardener's Wife just in case I'm forced into first action family growthing next round. Yeah, second action is Gardener's Wife. Yep, I agree. So Academy. There's my Gardener's Wife, some passive vegetable income for the rest of the game. So I'm in a really good spot. Um, I I have plenty of clay, so long as I get a cooking hearth, but I mean, I have 12 clay, I can afford the expensive cooking hearth, it's not a problem. Um, I have hide farmer in case my fencing kind of goes crazy, or in case my swing plow gets super blocked. I need a bit more wood, but otherwise my resource grabs have been really good. My feeding should be very efficient with cards like Storybook. Polka Dot playing start player Corn Scoop. Maybe Whistle doesn't even get played here. The stable can be useful just to hold the one of the animals from storybooks, so I'm not too worried. If I want to grow ahead of Polka Dot, I would need to start player with my first action here. I could. I can afford to. But if I do, that's like my whole round here. So what would my three actions be if I do that? I would play Whistle, Storybooks, and Bartering Shack, maybe? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I certainly have enough food to afford it. Now, if I do this and then Polka Dot doesn't build again, I'm in a kind of a crappy spot, but alright, we'll go ahead and play Whistle here. It's the nice thing about having as much food as I do. I have a lot of flexibility. Also, nice thing about having as much clay as I do is I don't care if the four clay fireplace cooking hearth gets taken. I get the second one, so it's no problem. Family growth bartering shack, the cattle. Hmm. I could do that. The thing is, the cattle is worth two more food, which might be important in round 11. The other thing is the. I could do that. Yeah, bartering shack the cattle. And what would I take? So I would need. What's my remaining resources? I need reed, I need stone, I need wood. And then I also have sleight of hand. Thing is, with sleight of hand in hand, I'm not so worried about. Like, I'm going to have a couple extra clay, I think. If I can turn those into stone and get the well, that'd be pretty strong. And I'm going to go with barter and check the cattle. Yeah, I could do that, or I could get the do the sheep from Whistle. So here's my storybooks. Feed 5, get a sheep and an A. Oh, and a vegetable too. E2. Um, I get a veg, yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I could go for the breeding pair, yeah. Polka dot, building a ton of stables. Interesting. Wonder if there's some card I don't know about. Lumen builds a cooking hearth. Alright. So the nice thing about Bartering Shack is it gets me the stone here, which I think getting that stone will be kind of difficult otherwise. So I think we're going to do Bartering Shack here. So what do I want? I want 2 reed. Reed stone. Getting the stone from seller. RS wood, I think. And the 2 reed is enough for me to reno up to a stone house now. Whoops, I'm on family growth. And I get a vegetable as well. Maybe one more stone to build a guild. I'm going to need to take... I figure I can take stone anyways. Like, I'd be really happy to reno well. Because the well's a ton of points. I also have sleight of hand in hand, so I have a lot of good options, I think, about what I can do. Ooh, this is interesting. Kuya has got the resources to build a stone room at last. And he cannot be stable blocked. So that means if I want a family growth with room, I'm not getting it until round 13. Because Kuya next round, Polka Dot round 12. So family growth with room with my Mason, round 13 at the earliest. Which, I mean, I was going to have to wait anyways because of the... Should I reno here instead of taking 3 wood? I'm a little afraid of Polka Dot upgrading to a cooking hearth. But I do need 3 wood. I need lots of wood. Kuya played Cash Crop. Nice. He's got a nicely developed farm. His family growth thing is maybe going to be a little too late for him to be relevant. Like, I think he's going to have a hard time competing with me if my game goes off the way it can. Which, it's looking like it is. Kuya did build the room, yeah, as expected. Polka Dot goes for the sheep? Okay, that's fine. And he gets 2 cattle next round if he wants it. Lumen plays. This looks like a G6 card. I don't recognize it. Botanist. Whoa, that looks good. Whenever you take a stone, take stone accumulation spaces, you get a food and a grain or a vegetable. Looks really good. We'll reno cooking hearth here. And grab a cattle for storybooks. And then I'll be really happy if I can take 3 stone next round. And then I would reno build the well. And even, you know what, even if I can't, I can start player sleight of hand. Yeah, I can start player sleight of hand and then build the well that way. Turn my 3 clay into, 2 stone and a wood or something like that. I think Lumen will probably build the well. Yeah. Did Lumen just take stone? Yes, he did. I think Lumen will probably build the well, but that means I could build, say, pottery, which would be fine. I could just build clay oven. I do have the resources for a clay oven right now. Kuiran plays. Dual field. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this one. Gives him more spaces to sow crops, which is nice, but he already has a ton of fields. Like, he's got his cash crop going too. I don't know. Polka Dot took 2 cattle. Makes a ton of sense. Wonder if he has, like, I don't know, something. What's the card I'm thinking of? Breeding champion? Or champion breeder? I wonder if he has something like that. There's 4 reed available. 4 reed, 4 clay. The nice thing about 4 reed is it gets me Basket Maker's Workshop, and if it doesn't get me Basket Maker's Workshop, well, it's there's obvious candidate for sleight of handing, turning them into wood or into stone. Lumen thinking about his options here. I think I'll start player. I think I will, yeah. I'll start player if Lumen does not, and it looks like Lumen is start playering here. Cool. Very cool, yes. Is Lumen gambling on getting the well back? Is that what he was thinking about? Do I build the well here? I mean, the well's so good, right? So good. And the mason, it's okay. I think it's okay if my mason is delayed a little. The only problem with this is if my swing plow doesn't come out. That's the only issue I have here. But how do I say no to 4 points, right? Super point ceiling, 5-room stone house, the well. So I'll probably take 3 wood with my next action. Polka Dot plays Dung Collector, okay. So it's not Champion Breeder, but it's also, this is good. Breeds 2, gets to get a field. Lumen got his... Oh, heavy card is why he gets the extra stone. I was going to say, where is the stone coming from? Yeah, I can't play Swing Plow yet. I think I just take 3 wood. I can eat a sheep and a cattle for 8 food. I get the sheep back with my whistle. So I think I'm probably going to do that. I think I save my vegetable until I can sow them. And then if I can sow all 3, then at the end of the game I'll have 2 extra vegetables, which I can use to pay off the borrower. That seems reasonable. Maybe take, yeah, 4 reed or 4 clay with my next move. else I could fence. Maybe I should 3 wood and then fence. Problem with 3 wood is that it really delays my swing plow. But maybe with Hide Farmer, I'm not too worried about swing plow getting out. I don't know. I want the swing plow. The swing plow will just be so many points. It's got to be worth it, right? I want to get 2 stone at some point. I want to get 2 stone next round, probably. Okay, what am I going to do next round? Am I going to start player sleight of hand? If I'm going to start player sleight of hand, I should just take as many resources as I can with one action. So like 4 reed or 4 clay. Also, if I start player sleight of hand, what do I do with my family growth miner? I think I take the 3 wood here. Yeah, okay. Then I feed a sheep and a cattle. Get a sheep back. Whistle sheep back. Oh, wait, no, that's only 6 food. What am I saying? That's not enough. Whoops, that was really dumb. HA, feed a vegetable then, I guess. Oh, that was silly. Oh well, that's fine. I don't know why I was counting cattle as 6. Take 3 wood, I can only slate for 4. Yeah, that's true. Lumen, interesting. I assume this is start player ruins. Hmm. This is start player ruins. Well, do I like plow sow here? I don't even know how much I like plow sow with this move. I kind of feel like getting my swing plow out instead of just plow sow. I think my swing plow is better. So I think I first action take 2 stone here because then I can reno swing plow. Or, you know what, major minor is better than taking 2 stone because major minor lets me play sleight of hand. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So how much wood do I need? I need to hit 2 stone, 2 wood. 4 reed to 2 stone, 2 wood. Seems okay. I could have done 3 clay and 1 reed, and then maybe kept Basket Maker's Workshop open. But three clay can build the fireplace, 3 clay can build clay oven, can build the pottery. 3 clay's got more flexibility than the reed does. Coherent. Fausto sucks, eh? Coherent's fencing instead of taking the plow sow, which I mean makes sense. Coherent doesn't need plow sow. Polka dot does. So I think I reno and then occupation mason, or do I? I think I reno swing plow here and hope that plow when field comes back. And if it doesn't, 2 bore would be fine. Where's my swing plow? Clear takes the 2 bore, of course. Makes sense. Polka dot might plow. Polka dot wants to plow. Lumen might plow. Lumen plays. Occupation jeweler. Okay, so his heavy cart plus his botanist makes a 1 stone action. A bonus point 3 food, bonus point 4 food and a crop. Well, that seems pretty good. I mean, he can only do it once per harvest, but still. I get my triple plow off, which is good. Now with my last move, what do I do? Probably need to take food, right? So I could take vegetable, which I can sow for food. Could take cattle. Well, cattle's gone, okay. Could take vegetable, could take traveling players. Whoops. What did I just knock over? I do have my mason that I want to get out at some point. Polka dot plays. Minor improvement carpet. Lumen's probably wishing he had got that. Why, does that mean there is, like, church warden out there? I don't get Lumen's response. I don't understand it. Do I want to play Country Silo? I could take 3 wood and play Country Silo. I guess I don't need to take the 3 wood if I want to play Country Silo here. I could just take grain myself. I can take grain and still benefit from Country Silo. Yeah. Okay, I can do that. Well, I think I pass up on Plow Sow again, which is kind of crazy because 3 fields is worth like quite a bit more for me. I think I want to Mason into Family Growth here. Family Growth gets me like 9 food if I need to convert it all to food, right? No, not 9 food, 7 food. I was doing that earlier too. It gets me a cattle, which is basically enough for me to feed. Cattle and a veg. And it also makes a sow bake action quite good for me. Although Lumen probably wants to sow bake, doesn't he? So yeah, sow bake is probably not coming back. I also need to think about fencing. We can wait to see who start players. Can we? Maybe we can't. Yeah, no, I think we can. Yeah, if we can fence in round 14, I guess we gain a sheep from Whistle if we do that. We play our Mason, get our stone room. Fencing could be tight. Yep. I definitely want to keep myself flexible on using the fence space this round. For sure. I don't want to get locked into anything. Kind of want to see where the start player space ends up, honestly, where the start player token ends up. Because if I could family growth into sow bake and safely fence next round, then I would like to do that. Because the sow action, I guess I gain a lot from the sow action next round as well. It doesn't have to come out here. I don't know. We'll see. Livestock Keeper here, really good for Kuyoran. Ended up having quite a nice game. I mean, we kind of predicted that he would have a really good game when round 5 came with his Reno. He obviously set himself up to Reno to stone as early as possible. Don't think he has a high enough point ceiling, even though he's got a very pretty farm. He's only on 3 family members. He's got really good crop points, but like compared to my 5-room house, 5 family members, he's in a hard spot. Lumen, fence, beautiful. Beautiful. So then we're going to family growth and hope that sow comes back. No imp, plus veg. Then we can eat our cattle and sheep to feed 9. Yeah, I guess one of the reasons we really like sow here is because sowing next round would also be a good way of getting a ton of food. Yeah, I do have to remember I need to feed 16 in the next harvest because of borrower. So that is a lot, for sure. I would like to not be in a place where Polka Dot can first action fence. I don't want that to be an appealing move to him. I think it's okay. I think I can be a little greedy because I think if Polka Dot does do that, it's kind of a king-making move for Lumen in all likelihood. So I think I can be a little... Oh, never mind. He just took pottery. Whoa. What's going on there? We're going to sow here, I think. Plus a storybook. Sheep. A 3 food. And then I whistle a sheep back. Polka Dot did not start player. He went on. Oh, of course, he had that family growth card. Okay. And he also did not reno. He just built on major minor. Whoa. Weird. Weird. Well, we have a bunch of actions here. Most of the actions are going to get dedicated to taking food, it seems like. Plow sow, of course. I would really like to take 2 cattle here. You know what? I think I can. This is a little bit greedy because I can now get my fencing blocked. Well, nah, you know what? Yeah, let's not be greedy. Even though joinery is available, let's just fence. Because that's a lot of points there. The 2 cattle will probably get taken by Lumen. But then maybe I get 2 boar back, which would be nice. Oh, clear in family gross. Yeah, okay. So 2 cattle to Lumen. And then I'll take 2 boar ahead of So Bake. Because actually nobody really likes So Bake that much. Kuyaran doesn't need it. Oh, Polka Dot takes clay. Oh, of course Polka Dot takes clay. He needs the Reno fence, right? So is better than cattle, TBH. Is it? So is good. 6 food and a point compared to 4 food and 2 points. Now, 2 points and 4 food I think is better than 6 food and a point. Because 2 food is probably worse than a point for me. Especially if I think that Kuyaran, he has more than enough crops. I mean, he wouldn't mind sowing just because it gets him another bake action, I guess. Thing is, I'm gonna have so many actions to take food. I think this boar move is better. Kuyaran plays clay oven, so I might get so bake back even. I do need 16 food, yeah. So clay oven and then building a stable maybe for Kuyaran. He's not getting so back. I'm not giving him so. Polka Dot probably takes wood to fence that bit bigger. Everyone can bake. Oh, do I want to bake? No, I don't think I want to bake. Does bronze oven let everyone bake? Is that the way it works? Oh, whenever you bake, all other players can bake immediately with bronze oven. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, look how much clay I ended up with. Ended up with 3 excess clay. Although I'm pretty happy with how the rest of this game has gone. I think I've played it pretty tightly. I think what you could say is maybe I should have left the reed behind to go for Basket Maker's Workshop here, but I'm not getting on Basket Maker's Workshop. Yeah, that was not happening. All right, Lumen. What does Lumen do? Keep taking stone? Oh, he takes reed. Yeah, of course we can reno, right? So now I will sow bake here. Then my last two moves are probably like 6 food traveling players and then vegetable or something like that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can eat 2 vegetables without eating any food. I can eat one grain without eating any food. So I'm sitting at 8 food. I need another 8. Traveling players gets me 6, 14, and then 2 food from fishing or day labor or vegetable is enough. So then I can afford to breed my boar. I am missing cattle, but otherwise this is like a pretty good looking farm, if I do say so myself. Now, if somebody comes out with constable, I'll be pretty unhappy, but I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. Lumen, Renault, Clockwork Man. Yeah, my last action is worth at least 3, so looks good. Looks very good. I don't have that many points from my improvements. It's mostly just the well. But my crop score is respectable. My fields and pastures are good. I do have a fenced stable, so I have some points. What will I be? I'll be like high 40s, like 46, 47, 48, somewhere around there. Because yeah, 5 room stone house, 15. Sorry, 5 room stone house, 10. 5 family members, 25. 4 points from pastures and fields, 33. 4 points from vegetables, 37. 2 points from grain, 39. 1 point from sheep, 40. 2 point from boar, 42. -1 cattle, 41. Plus stable, 42. Plus well, 46. Plus cooking hearth, 47. Yeah, so I might be at like 47. Is that correct? One, two, three. Polka Dot asked a question, but I'm going to do my feeding first and then I'll respond. Trinket collector. What's the question? You're talking about. I think the answer is no, because it doesn't give bonus points even if you don't get them. That's kind of my analysis. But I could be wrong. So it looks like I got 47 final here. Enough to beat Kuriran, so the question is now Polka Dot. Polka Dot should have a respectable score. Don't think it's enough to beat me, though. Hey, 47 looks like it's enough to win, Doe Academy, saying I needed 60 points. That was funny. Yeah. The end of the game went pretty nicely for me. I got some really good actions in round 14. Kuya ran very respectable 45. I guess it was pretty strong. The Renault coming around 5 was really strong for him. He needed one more card. Any other Stonehouse card and Kuya blows us out. But no, it looks like I just won. Beat Polka Dot by 1. So 47 for me, 45 for Kuya 46 for Polka Dot, 42 for Lumen. Good game. Good game. Good, tough competition. Good win. Quite happy with that one. All right. That's going to be all from me for today. Joe Academy says, I'm surprised you only get 47. Looks like a 50-point farm to me at least. Yeah, so I think part of it is I played like 7 improvements, and only the well and the fireplace gave me and the cooking hearth gave me points. Like Alms House gave no points. Storybooks gave no points. You would think normally you're getting a couple points from those miners. The other thing is I am missing cattle, so that's another 2 points. So like 1 extra point from my miners, and like because I did a family growth I did a family growth with no miner, and 1 more point from 2 more points from cattle. That's a 50-point farm. But yeah, missing the cattle certainly hurts. So, anyways, that's gonna be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I'm not sure if I'll stream this weekend. I've kind of been streaming when my friends have been at work. Yeah, I sort of have to decide. I might come back and stream this afternoon. I might. I'm gonna go out for lunch now, so probably not. So yeah, probably next stream will be. I probably won't stream Monday because I think I'm gonna do some touristy stuff on Monday. So maybe on Tuesday will be my next stream. So look for me then, in all likelihood. I might stream this weekend, you never know, but probably Tuesday, I think. So I'll see you guys then, and yeah, enjoy. Thanks for watching.